Today's going to be a really awesome day, or tonight, depending on where you live in the world, because I will stop there with that word, world, because this is a worldwide giveaway that we've got going on here. So I'm teaming up with 3 other tech tubers, that's level 1 techs, tech deals, and hardware unboxed, and we're giving away 2 whole systems and also some other goodies as well. I know Hardware Unboxed is going to be giving away a kit of DDR4 memory too to complement this giveaway, so there's lots of prizes up for grabs here. And my system, I'm going to be building that here today. It's a 2400G Mini-ITX system that is literally the size of my hand in terms of how big it is. It's a really small system. Someone's going to love it for a home theater PC or a mobile gaming system, or if you're at university and you need something to get you through the break, then this PC will definitely do it for you. And I'm going to be building that thing and tuning it here today, so let's get on with it. So here's the parts all here laid out on the table. We're going to be doing this build in the in-win chop, and I absolutely love this case. Now, I've already built in this case before, and that's why I love it so much. It's such a portable PC that's great if you're a video editor, for example, or if you want something that can just play games and watch movies on the mobile, or if you want a home theater PC. Now, with the recent release of the 2400G, we had an APU that really kicked the pants out of the Intel 8400. This thing can actually play games at 1080p low settings. That's what I found. We've also got in here a dual kit of 16 gigabytes of memory, so 2 8 sticks. Going to be whacking that on the motherboard here, the X370 Gaming ITX from ASRock. And then we've got an XPG SSD here from AData as well, 512 gigabytes. That's going to be going in the system too. But for the cooler, we're changing things up, and this is a big thanks to PC Case Gear for sending this out. They actually hooked us up the Ryzen 2400G. I had to pay for that because I busted my previous 2400G with a broken D-lid. But they sent us out this as complimentary kit to really help with the giveaway too. And this cooler should hopefully fit in this case, because when I previously did the Mini-ITX build, the side panel was bulging out a bit. So hopefully this will fix that. With that aside, what we're going to do first is update the BIOS on this, and then we can put the Ryzen APU in and complete the build. So we just finished building this thing. We've installed Windows, optimized that as well, got all the latest updates, and that cooler just fit in the in-win chopping. It just cleared it. So if you guys want to put the cryo rig, I think it's the C7, if you guys want to put that with the 2400G in the chopping, it will fit. So it's running really well. I managed to overclock everything. You can see the benchmark here. We've just finished the Unigine Heaven benchmark. We managed to get about 10% performance gain in actual numbers. So the CPU we got up to 3.8 gigahertz, and the graphics we got that up to 1.5 gigahertz. Now, I did manage to get it up to 1.6 gigahertz, However, the problem was the system actually just thermal tripped out. It just shut off while it was benchmarking. So it was up and running at 1.6, but the problem is the little cooler, I think, just couldn't handle the overclocks on the CPU and the GPU, and it's understandable. It's in like a little Mini-ITX case. There's not a whole lot of ventilation in there. The power supply is not the best. Motherboard VRM on a Mini-ITX Ryzen motherboard isn't the best as well, especially compared to like a Taichi or something. So whole combo is we've got a decent overclock here. We're going to test it out now, see how well it plays in games on PUBG and Dota 2. So let's take a look. So after we overclocked it, it did play PUBG at about 50 FPS on the desert map at 1080p on very low settings. I did have to drop the screen scale or the screen resolution down to 70%, so it's somewhere between 720p and 1080p. And at these levels, it was actually pretty smooth and I could enjoy this game of PUBG. I even got a couple of frags. And when we move over to Dota 2, it was 60 FPS on high settings, so that was even better. This was after the overclock. The one thing with Dota 2, after about 30 minutes of playing, it did crash and it did have to restart. So the overclocks do need a little bit more work, but the game of PUBG was running really smooth for a very long time. I got into like the top 15, I think it was, or something like that. So it was a long match on PUBG, and surprising that it ran better in PUBG than it did in Dota 2, because Dota 2 doesn't utilize as much CPU as PUBG does. That game tends to use both CPU and GPU pretty heavily. So before I do ship this off, I will tune the overclocks a little bit more for whoever wins this giveaway PC. Though links are in the description below if you want to put together something like this and you can't wait for the giveaway to finish. So with this giveaway, all you have to do to enter, it's completely free, no strings attached. All you have to do is click the link in the description below. Big thank you to you guys for being subscribed and watching the content and enjoying it as always. And big thank you to Tech Deals, Hardware Unbox, and also Level 1 Techs for coming on board with this. And I look forward to announcing a winner and showing you guys on Twitter who actually won the giveaway. That'll be in a couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. And also, if you have anything you want to see, then be sure to drop a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in another tech video very soon. Though also, one thing before I get on out here, with this motherboard, the Z370 ASRock, it didn't have any BIOS settings to overclock the GPU. The MSI one that I got sent in with the review kit, you could actually overclock the GPU portion of the APU via the BIOS. So I would like to see ASRock implement that, because I do prefer overclocking in the BIOS as opposed to overclocking in Windows via the Ryzen Master software. Nothing against the software, it's just I like setting those settings, fine-tuning them, and then saving them so you got them every time you boot up the PC. You don't have to rely on some software. Anyway, catch you in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye.